Victory Monday, y'all. Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters. I'm a Raider, Oakland Raider. From the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a player, a boss player. If you with me, pop your collar, shake them haters.
I'm from the city of set, rapping silver and black. Word of honcho, give me the strap. The realest is back. Stupid chop with some silly attached. Eye for an eye, fuck it man, give me a patch. I'm a Raider, Oakland, LA, Vegas, Jalen, Kenyon, Jacobs, Regis. Man, bread, dog, we litty. The shine with the speed, Edwards with the 50-50. Yeah, this that silver and black field. Abram in the box, Amir in the backfield.
Yo, shout out to everybody here rocking with me. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your boy Graphk Raider. You already know what it is. Welcome to DOX ENT. Shout out to everybody on Twitter and Facebook watching the show. If you guys want to get your comments in, jump over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button. You already know what time it is. Shout out to my dog Maul, Jose Campbell, Jeffrey Willis, Jorge, Operator King, Boosting with E, Desert Raider, Raider for Life 1970. What is good with my people, man? I'm going to let everybody pull in real quick before we get to chopping this fable. Shout out to Q, SinCal, Brave Raider, all my people in the building. Let's go. Monday, Victory Monday. A lot to unpack. We beat the Minnesota Vikings. I believe, what was it yesterday, you guys? 26-20. Kind of an ugly win, but hey, we got the dub. It is preseason. We're 2-0. Beautiful feeling to have. Shout to Brave. What's good, my guy? Intel, my dog, man. It's good to see you, my brother. Shout out to my dog, Intel, man. Juan Hernandez, my guy. My guy, man. Appreciate you for being here with me, my brother. Shout out to T. We're going to talk about that. We're definitely going to talk about that. Shout out to DJ Turner, man. Had a hell of a game last night. Let's get it. Shout out to Campbell. We're going to talk about this as well. It's about that time, man. I'm going to be real. There was a lot left to be desired out there on the football field at the defensive tackle position last night. Outside of Andrew Billings, it seemed as though everybody at the defensive tackle position was just sleep at the wheel. I'm going to be honest. The rookies really didn't do too much for me. Matthew Butler, Neil Farrell. Edge rushers, you know, Jerry Green looked good. Malcolm Kuntz, as always, my guy, looked good out there. That was the edge rushers, though. The defensive tackle position, it looked really, really suspect. Once again, it felt like once Andrew Billings left the field, everybody just kind of low-key shit the bed. I don't really, at this point, man, look, Sue is sitting over there with the Birdman hands right now because he knows it's time to get paid. Trust me, he's watching preseason, and he's looking at this and saying, come on, Raiders, call my phone. Let me get the money out. Let me get that number I was asking for, because right now, at this point, it's time to do it. It's time to do it. Shout out to Raider for Life. Let me know about, yes, I'm putting that together right now. I want to put together a DOX day. And I'm thinking about doing it 9/16, September 16th, out there in Sacramento. So I'll keep you posted, my brother. But I do want to do a DOX day where we go out there, man. We do it for the nation. We go out there and we take care of our people out there in Sacramento. I got you, my brother. Definitely do. Shout out to my dog, Raider Hippie. Hopefully Turner gets some first quarter reps against Miami. See how he does against higher caliber players, not grocery baggers and Foot Locker associates. Shout out to my dog, Hippie. This is facts. Pecco and Andrew Billings are the only one I'm comfortable being rotational pieces. Yeah, Rube, for real. And Pecco, you know, I'm not that big of a Pecco fan. I know Andy, likes his work. But as a rotational piece, I'm fine with that. I'm definitely fine with that. But I'm still not that big of a fan of Pecco at all. Paul Gaines, this running back room, bruh, it's crazy, right? Like, who would have thought that, like, you may have to really look at Austin Walter and say, can he outplay Kenyon Drake at this point in his career? You have to look at Britton Brown, our young UCLA 7th round pick, and say, we have a great running back room, and that's a very, very, very good problem to have when you have a running back by committee type offense. So I love it. We're going to talk about the running game as well. Watts, I'm not going to say, look, bro, I'm not going to talk too much about the Waller situation because I kind of already spoke about it. I already uploaded a video. But at the end of the day, man, look, if you got a hall pass, great. Cool. You know what I mean? Especially by your owner. At this point, I feel like if I had to be upset with anybody, it would be Mark Davis at this point, right? I can't be upset at Darren Waller. You know what I mean? But I would just say that, you want your best players out there. I don't care if it's preseason. I don't care if it's practice. You want your best players out there on the sideline. I'm one of those guys, old school. If you see Devontae Adams, you see DC, you see Max Crosby and all these superstars on the sideline, you want to see your star tight end out there as well. Hunter Renfrow was out there. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not going to speak too much on the Waller situation because I don't want the nation feeling like I'm nitpicking and I'm trying to create some narrative that doesn't need to be created because I'm not trying to paint any narratives, you guys. I love Darren Waller as a football player, but even more as a human being. And, I just, like I said, this is just the football aspects of things. I want to see my stars out there on the sideline. You know what I mean? That's it. Period, point blank, the end. I'm not trying to paint this picture where, oh my God, Waller, woo, woo. I'm not going to do that. Yesterday, I was really upset. I'm going to be honest with you, but I got a chance to sleep on it and was like, you know what, man, it is what it is. As long as D-Wall is there week 1, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? Mark Davis probably trying to bring in revenue. That's what I said on my short, my brother. That's it. He's on the sideline. He has that relationship with his other star player. This works perfectly for Mark Davis, right? Star basketball player with Plum, star football player with Darren Waller. They're an item. He's sitting courtside watching this team clinch a playoff berth and the number 1 seed. It only makes all the sense in the world, right? I get it. Mark Davis, at this point, I'm looking at Mark Davis as more of like outside of the Vince McMahon female crazy shit. I'm looking at Mark Davis is Vince McMahon now. Like he's like, remember how it was WWF, World Wrestling Federation, and then it turned into World Wrestling Entertainment, right? I'm looking at Mark Davis now as more of a Vince McMahon figure. When you go to these games, you see all these guys performing. You see Ludacris at halftime. You see Ice Cube opening up the show. You see fucking Chris Angel hanging from fucking ceilings and shit, ceiling fans. You know what I mean? Like, to me, it's like WWE now. You know what I mean? So I get it. Mark Davis is going to go out there and make sure whatever makes sense for him. You know what I mean? It makes sense financially. I get it. Hopefully the man gets 2 rings. Hopefully he gets one with the Aces and he gets one with the Raiders and has the best year out of any owner ever in life. You know what I mean? So, but I'm not going to look too much into that. I'm going to leave that shit alone. Let me see. Not to be the dead horse with Waller thing, but he was spotted anywhere else after the basketball game, or was he in a suite with this girl? I don't know. I didn't see him in Allegiant Stadium. The rumor was that he was going to leave, the Aces game and come catch the tail end of the game. He got permission to come over there, and I didn't see him on the sideline. So I don't know. But I know a lot of people said that Josh McDaniels said, it was okay. I'm going to be honest, watching that presser, you guys, to be real, Josh McDaniels seemed kind of irritated by that. He seemed irritated by that. So, look, I don't want to look too into it, but Josh McDaniels didn't sound like he didn't make it. If Josh McDaniels said, oh, it's not a big deal, you guys, our guy, he's still dealing with an injury. He went, it is what it is. He got permission. He was like, I'm not going to talk about that. To me, he seemed a little pissed, but it is what it is. Shout out to my dog, Berserk, man. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. We got to talk about this, man. 2-0 in the preseason. We got to talk about, we touched on the Waller situation already. I don't really want to talk too much about it. We'll talk about busters, ballers. We'll talk about Leatherwood. At this point, you guys, I was like low-key, like convinced that he was going to be the starting right tackle going into this season with this new regime. And then you see him, right, not really come in until like damn near the 4th quarter. And he still looked suspect out there with 4 and 5s. I just, at this point, I don't know if it's in Leatherwood's head or he's just not that great of an, right tackle at the NFL level. But there has to be cause for concern at this point, you guys. Leatherwood does not look good. He doesn't look good at all. Yeah, he's been fairly good in the, in run blocking, but this is a pass heavy league now, and this guy has to get his shit together in pass protection. And he just looks really, 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 really suspect week in and week out at this point. So I'm just a little, let me ask you guys, who starts at right tackle at this point? I'm gonna be real. I would not be shocked if Mumford starts on the right tackle, but I'm assuming that Jermaine Illuminor gets the start on the right side because he did start with this previous regime in New England at right tackle as well. So I'm assuming that Jermaine Illuminor starts on the right side with Mumford maybe backing him up. I don't know. It's a little weird, man, but it would be great to see Mumford actually take that right tackle spot and start year one coming out of Ohio State. That would be so fire to me. I don't know if he's ready for that yet, but hey, there's still a lot of football to be played in preseason. There's still a lot of training camp left. Who's to say that Mumford just doesn't catch up and he's just balling? I don't know. Shout out to Christian, man, my dog. What's up, Docs? Who impressed you the most in last night's game? DJ Turner is the easy answer, right? DJ Turner, definitely. I think he was the star of the game. I like Dylan Parham. I think Dylan Parham looked really good in this game. I think Andrew Billings was another star last night because I remember one play. He dominated the center, man. He made him look foolish out there on one snap. I forgot what play it was or what quarter it was, but he made that center look terrible. So Andrew Billings, there's a lot of busters in this game too, you guys. Amik Robertson, our secondary as a whole, like Amik looked suspect. Darius Phillips did not look as good as he did in the Hall of Fame game. Chris Jones got dog walked. I'm excited to see what this actual starting secondary looks like with Nate Hobbs out there and Rocket Sin and Anthony Avert and our other guys when Mullen comes back healthy, because these guys look very, very suspect last night. I'll give it to Austin Walter as well. That boy ran hard. Austin Walter ran hard. I got to give him, a game ball as well. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, give Britton Brown maybe one, because I liked how he ran the ball in the fourth quarter. He got a TD under his belt, first one in the NFL. You love to see it. The run game is going to be moving, man. The run game is going to be moving. I'm not too worried about this run game at all. Like, for real. But yeah, I think maybe you can give Mullen or Stidham. Pick your poison at this point. Which one you'd want to give a game ball to? I think I'm giving it to Mullins at this point. I think Mullins came out after a shaky Hall of Fame game and looked really good last night. He was out there gunning, you guys. He looked like a gunslinger. He was throwing the ball around all over the place. That's what you like to see, right? You want your quarterback, too, to go out there and fight for a roster spot. And that's what he did last night. He made some throws that I didn't see Stidham do. Stidham definitely used his legs a lot more. Cool. But I'll say this. I trust Mullen's arm more at this point than I do Stidham's. It was great to see Stidham, moving all over the place with his legs, but he did miss a few spots. Even that TD he ran in, Kenyon Drake was wide open in the end zone. There was actually another receiver. I don't know who was out there, but he was open as well. So, not going to nitpick. You got the TD. It is what it is. As long as you got the 6, that's all that matters to me. But I'm going to give it to Mullins over Stidham yesterday. I'm going to give it to Mullins over Stidham. But I wasn't really all across the board excited about yesterday's game. To be honest, it was a suspect game. We got the W. We left without any serious injuries. That's a big win. But Victory Monday at this point. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gary. Mullen was more accurate than Stidham. This is facts. DeMarcus, this is facts also. Stidham checking reporters walking on the logo post-game. Facts. You love to see it, man. For those who don't know, there's a thing in the locker room. Reporters are not supposed to step on the logo. No one is supposed to step on the logo. You don't disrespect the shield like that. And, our guy Stidham stopped in the middle of his interview and said, whoa, don't step on the logo. And I believe that, we're giving out push-ups at this point. Anyone steps on the logo, push-ups. You know what I'm saying? But I love to see that, DeMarcus. Shout out to my dog, Maul, as always. Appreciate you, King. I have a source within the organization that says the coaches are concerned about the guard and right tackle position. Maul, if you do, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. The thing I'm shocked about at this point is if that is true, right, Maul, because I know a lot of us in the nation are, I was not really too worried about the O-line, but watching yesterday, but if that's true, why are these guys not making any calls? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you not going to get a Darrell Williams, whether you play him at guard or tackle? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still some guys out there that you can go get in free agency. Like, I get that you still want to see what these young guys can do in your system. But at this point, if you're really, really concerned, there's no reason why you're not making a call to Darrell Williams to see what the fuck is going on, right? Because of the versatility, whether you have him at tackle or guard, I don't care at this point. At this point, you need to make a call. You need to go get Sue. I'm going to be real. At this point, sign Sue and Darrell Williams. You need a true defensive tackle that can actually play the run and get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? And Sue, I don't care how old he is, 35, 36. At this point, he can still play the game. He still had, 6.5 sacks last year. You bring in Sue. You bring him in. At this point, call Sue and Darrell Williams. Period, point blank, the end. But Maul, I'm going to be real with you, my brother. If that's true, I'm not shocked about it. I'm definitely not shocked. Carmen Bracillo's still not really showing his cards too much. He seems like he's still looking like he has trust in these guys. But watching yesterday is very much a cause of concern. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Shout out to my boy Maul. JD, Sue is still productive. This is facts. That's why there's no reason why you don't reach out to go get him. Reach out. I know that Hankins and Bilal Nichols should be ready for week 1, and I'm assuming maybe that's the reason why we're not jumping off the, we're not jumping the gun and making Sue, not giving him this nice little contract for a year. Maybe, just maybe, this team wants to see what Bilal Nichols and Hankins can do. But what these guys, man, they're coming off the PUP list in time for week 1. They still haven't got the reps. Can you rely on that? If you can bring in Sue right now, he can get in the training camp and get, the snaps under his belt right now. You know what I mean? So I don't think there's really any excuse not to reach out to any of these guys at this point. Shout out to my boy NorCal Reddit Jesse. I appreciate you, King. Yes, go to Oaklosvegas.com if you guys want to grab some merch. I appreciate you, my brother. At this point, Van City it's not even a luxury anymore. It's a necessity. This is facts. I'm very, very nervous about the defensive tackle room. Yesterday's price is definitely not today's price. This is facts, Webb. Facts, my brother. Shane, where is Darrell Williams going? They have time. Sue should be signed. Our interior was extremely sus. Billings flashed, but was underwhelming at best. Yes, this is facts. And let's just be real, you guys. If we're going into week 1, assuming that Andrew Billings is going to be this big defensive tackle for this defensive line, we're in for a rude awakening. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he looked pretty good yesterday against a bunch of scrubs. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he can do that against opposing offensive lines. The Chargers, man, these guys have an extremely great offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Chiefs have a good O-line. Like, can Andrew Billings still get it done against starting caliber O-lines? He has not done that this far in his career. You know what I'm saying? 6 years, I believe, he's played in the league, and he's been at best a backup, at sometimes a practice squad guy, right? So, gotta make the call, man. You gotta make the call, man. Like, for real. Bilal Nichols was my guy. Damn, he needs to get on the field. Yeah, man. I'm waiting for a critique. Definitely am. Let me see. Yeah, shout out to our guys as well. I don't know if you guys seen it. Well, most of you guys have. I definitely probably have. Top 100 guys. DC fell into the 50s. Waller fell into the 50s. I think Max Crosby was there as well, right? Somewhere in that. Let me look this up real quick. I posted a picture. Chandler Jones, 62. Max, 59. Waller, 58. DC, 65. That is, look, after DC missed the list as entirely last year, to see him at 65, that's dope. You know what I mean? Because, this is all about your peers, you guys, right? These guys voted amongst their peers. I think with them seeing what DC did last year with the coaching staff, right, with the Henry Ruggs situation, with all the obstacles that we had to overcome, I think it was only right that DC made this list. And at 65, I'll definitely take that. I'm here for it. Think about it like this. Mac Jones, I think, was at like 85 or 86, and he was in the Pro Bowl last year. You know what I mean? So to see DC at 65, I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for it. And you guys, Devontae Adams will definitely make this list. He will be a top 10 guy. He will be in the top 10. Devontae is the best wide receiver in the league. He will be a top 10 guy. So anybody screaming, why is Devontae not on this list? He's going to be a top 10 guy. Hunter Renfrow, on the other hand, he may have missed this cut. I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't be mad if he made the top 50, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I think that Renfrow needs another year of production like he did last year. I mean, he's not going to have 100 receptions, but if he could ball out, I can definitely see him making this top 100 list next season. I don't think that he will this year, though. I'm going to be real. Shout out to my dog, Stu, man. Wipe them feet. Shout out to my brother, man. My guy. Big bro. I'll see you in a week and a half, my brother. Can't wait to get out there to Adelanto, man. You guys, if you guys have not gotten your tickets yet, man, go to Canex.com. Go get your tickets. $10 for the week 0 Raider Nation kickoff party. You guys do not want to miss this. This is going to be legendary. Legend fucking dairy. You do not want to miss this. Shout out to Aaron H, man, 209. Modesto, Stockton. You already know, man. Love the 209. What's good, bro? Maybe even Tracy. Hope everything is well with you and your fam. What do you think about Walter and Turner making the roster? Let's go get Sue. I'm all for going to get Sue. I still think that there's an uphill battle for Walter and Turner. I'm going to be real. At best, I still think DJ Turner may, if he continues this trend upwards in preseason, maybe he can make the 53, can sneak on. I don't know. I don't think that either one of them make it, though. Maybe you can stash Austin Walter on the practice squad with Britton Brown. You know what I mean? Maybe you have both those guys as your running backs on the practice squad. We know Sincere McCormick is gone on an IR for the season. But I don't see it, man. I don't. With Keelan Cole, Mac Hollins, Demarcus Robinson, you know what I mean, Tyron Johnson, it's going to be very, very, very difficult for DJ Turner to make this roster. He did look really good out there yesterday, returning kicks. Well, let me say this. He can return kicks. He looked really good out there at wide receiver. Nice little Deshaun Jackson Thanksgiving kind of TD yesterday. Loved it. But he had one splash play yesterday, you guys. You know what I'm saying? One big splash play. I'm not going to get too ahead of myself with that. It's DJ Turner. He's an undrafted guy out of Pitt. Yes, he's versatile. You can have him return kicks. You can do a lot with him. But I don't know if he's going to make this roster. It's still an uphill battle for him. We have a lot of receivers on this roster, you guys. We do. And with Walter, our running back room is definitely way too deep. I don't know if Walter can make this roster. So I think that he, at this point, is definitely working for a job elsewhere. I'll say that. And hopefully we can stash him on the practice squad. But I don't even know if he makes it there at this point. Shout out to my boy 209. Hippie, I think Turner can be showcased for a good trade option because I don't think he makes the 53, but he definitely won't last on the practice squad. I don't know. I don't really know what you would get for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you get for DJ Turner? Maybe a 7th rounder if you're lucky. I don't really know. But I'll say this. If he makes the roster, great. You need speed. You need speed out there. I would not be mad if DJ Turner was the backup slot guy. I wouldn't be mad about that. If he was backing up Hunter Renfrow, great. You need speed. You need speed. And with Josh McDaniels, he gets very, very creative. He is a mismatch genius. I can definitely see him utilizing DJ Turner out there. Definitely. You know what I mean? It's just still it's an uphill battle, you guys. It's an uphill battle. Yeah, bro. See, Berserk, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to pump the brakes with that shit, right? Yeah, I seen it on Twitter, actually, people saying Debo. Come on, man. Debo was a monster at South Carolina, right? This dude is different. Like, you can't even put DJ Turner even nowhere near that. He didn't have the kind of production at Pitt that Debo had at South Carolina. Shout out to my dog, Rube. Is Abdullah hurt? No. He's not at all. Rube, I think with the Hall of Fame game, I think they've seen enough, right? I think that they've seen enough in training camp from him. He's a veteran. You don't need to really showcase him week in and week out in the preseason. And also, I think a real reason why Abdullah got no burn yesterday was they wanted to see what Kenyon Drake can do. They wanted to see Britton Brown finally get his first snaps in preseason. So I think it's more about Kenyon Drake and Britton Brown than it is Abdullah being hurt. I think he's safe. I think he does a lot for us, and I definitely think that Amir is going to make this roster. Maybe I'm tripping. I didn't see him play. Phillips looked good in the return game. He definitely looked good in the return game, but he looked very suspect at corner. But, yeah, I don't know, man. To be honest, it seemed like Minnesota just ran the ball up and down the field however they wanted to. It just didn't reflect in the score because we actually had some pretty good red zone defense. You know, I mean, Patrick Graham dialed up some nice looks down there at the goal line and prevented these guys from scoring a lot of TDs. But the score doesn't reflect how bad the defense looked yesterday. We got gashed in the run game, and these guys kind of were just up and down and whatever the hell they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog, Rube. Shout out to my boy, Q. As always, man. QB, forget Sue. We can get 2 to 3 DTs for his asking price, but who, though? Q, that's the problem. Who? Like, who are we going to get at this point that can live up to what Sue can do? Do you want to go get a Linval Joseph? You're still got to pay him a nice little chunk of change. Larry O, I think, just signed with the Steelers. He's off the table. I mean, who do you look at? Who do you look at? I don't really know. I'd rather just go get Sue. And he's durable, Q. That's the thing. At his age, this guy doesn't miss football games. I'm paying Sue because I know he's going to be out there to play football. You know what I mean? Shout out to T, my boy Q, man. You already know, brother. Love you, man. Shout out to my boy T. Had to pick one. If you had to pick up one right now, this is easy. It's Darren Williams. The secondary, I'm not at this point with Rocky Sin, Anthony Averett, and all our guys with Mullen coming back week 1 off the pup. I'm not really too worried about Kevin King. I would like Kevin King as a rotational piece, but I'm not too worried about it. You know, Darrell Williams 10 times out of 10, point blank, period, the end. Yes. Graham Cam, this is real. Sue is more productive than those 3 DTs you're talking about. Facts. Let me see. Yeah, everybody that keeps saying Falone, you guys, we know he wants to be a Raider, but there has to be something with his medicals. There has to be something with his medicals at this point. Raider room, Sue would thrive. Yes, he would with Max and Jones. Could you imagine that? Can you imagine that on paper? Sue, Max, Jones on the edge. Oh, my God. Come on, man. Jacob, DJ Turner, and Johnson look good. They did. I think Turner looked better than Johnson. But I still think Tyron makes this roster. I think he's going to be that speedster that makes this roster. I think that these guys are both probably battling it out, you know, who's going to be the guy. But I think that Tyron has the up on DJ Turner. How does signing Sue? Not at all, JC. It doesn't at all. We have $22 million at this point. You can afford both of them. You can give, D Wall his extension and have a lot of that money at the end of his contract, or however you design his contract. Zeke is a genius with that shit, and still go sign Sue for $8 to $10 million. Chris, I like Sheldon Richardson as well. Definitely. Look, at this point, go sign him and Sue. Shit. For real. Like, we need some help in that interior of that defensive line. Shout out to my boy Stu. Turner ran hard as hell. This is facts. He's just built so weird, bro, right? I think that's why people have said he's like the Debo 2.0. It's like he's fast as shit, but he looks like he's out of shape. You know what I'm saying? He looks like one of those like boxy Minecraft characters. Like he's like built like a fucking Roblox character. It's like really weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude is fast as shit. I think he runs like a 4.4. He ran like a 4.42, right? Or something like that, Stu. And the dude is built like a fucking, he's built like Kanye in that one video where he had that sumo outfit on. Like that's how he's built. Remember Kanye and who the fuck was the other guy? Somebody something. Like they were built like the sumo costumes and shit. Like that's how he looks. He's built like a sumo costume, but the dude is quick as shit. It's crazy, man. Shout out to DJ Turner, man. Lil Pump. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you got the Missy Elliott garbage bag joint. Turner's 5'9". That's what facts. Masters of Magnetism. Shout out to my dog. What are your thoughts on Tashawn Bowers? He seems like a developing edge rusher to give Crosby and Jones rest. I'll say this, Master. I got to be real, my brother. People don't realize that I think Tashawn Bowers is 27 years old. So he's a veteran. You know, he's been in the league for many moons now. You know what I'm saying? So I think he is who he is at this point, right? Yes, he got a sack yesterday. And yes, Andy, shout out to my little bro. He was definitely right. I look back at the tape and Myron Togalonga, I forgot how to say his name. You know, I'm a Notre Dame guy. So UDFA, he definitely created some weird ass mismatch with that stunt where two guys went off on Myron and Tashawn Bowers got that sack. That was definitely a big play on Myron. He definitely helped Tashawn Bowers out on that sack. But I don't know. I mean, you would love to see him out there, right? You would love to see an extra edge rusher, but I'm still giving Kuntz. That third edge rusher spot. And I know everybody's like, where the hell is Klee at? You know what I mean? He's been dealing with injuries. I'm still giving Klee the edge rusher spot over to Tashawn Bowers as well. So I got to say, just maybe Tashawn Bowers is on a uphill battle as well to make this roster. We got some edge guys that can get it done. You know what I mean? And I remember watching Matthew Butler in college too, you guys, at Tennessee. He played outside and inside. So who's to say that Patrick Graham doesn't utilize his versatility and have him, all over the place? You know what I mean? So, but I think that, the developing edge rusher master is going to be Malcolm Kuntz. I mean, the guy almost had 2 sacks yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And he's just continuing to get better and better and better. Shout out to my brother Thor in the building. What's good with you, King? Shout out to my dog Chris. Much love from Nampa, Idaho. Docs is looking like a lot of play action in Josh's playbook. Much love, King. Shout out to my dog Chris. Never heard of Nampa, Idaho. Shout out to Nampa, Idaho. Shout out to my guy. McDaniels looked really concerned at the presser this morning. I mean, who won it at this point? You know what I'm saying? Vengeance, like, you win games in the trenches. And at this point, the problem that we're having is the trenches. At this point, you have to be nervous, right? I would be a nervous wreck going into week 1 and your trenches are up in the air. Yes, you have all these great skill players. Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Waller. You have Derek Carr at quarterback. You have a great running game. But games are won and lost in the trenches. And right now we have a lot of question marks on both sides of the ball on the lines. So, if McDaniels if he was concerned, I definitely understand it. I definitely get it, because you're not going to win too much in the AFC West. You know what I'm saying? If you can't put any pressure on Patrick Mahomes and Herbert and Russell Wilson, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to win too many games if you can't block Khalil Mack and Bosa. You know what I'm saying? And all these great pass rushers that's in the AFC West. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's very concerning at this point. It definitely is. It definitely is. Shout out to my dog, Eric, man. If he gets sued, he still requires a double team and would free up LBs and DBs. Talk that shit, my brother. Talk that shit. Talk that shit. This is facts. That's why you go get him today. Go get sued. If I'm calling him today. Or you may have to maybe wait one day, because Sue's probably sitting by his phone right now like, oh, I can pretty much pick my price at this point. Maybe wait one day, right? Just wait one extra day to not look so desperate. Shout out to my boy Eric, man. Graphk, someday in the furniture, you and Mount Shillmore should take a world tour. Wait, what is it? Graphk, someday in the future. I think you meant in the future. You and Mount Shillmore should take a world tour to go see the nation all around the world. Let me say this. So I get to drop some news tomorrow on you guys, and I'm very, very excited about this. To me, this is life-changing to me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's great for the brand, it's great for the nation. But this is a start of me being able to travel around and help usher in this Vegas era, right? Around the world. I'm gonna tell you this. Just keep your ears out. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you now, keep your eyes open. Some stuff is about to drop. That's going to change the game here, you guys. Shout out to my brother Raider Cody. Shout out to my brother Samoan. Shout out to my boys, man. Like we got some dope shit in the works right now, man. This ain't even Planet Raiders related. That's what's so funny, Halo. Shout out to my big bro Halo. It's not even Planet Raiders. Planet Raiders is still in the work. Like that's something that's going to be huge. But this is something entirely different. Like when I tell you guys we've been working behind the scenes like crazy, it's something different. This damn neighbor's dog keeps jumping in my lives. You know what? If you wasn't cute, man, what's up, my guy? What's up? What's up, man? What's up? Get out my garage, bro. Get out my garage, my guy, before I stick my dog on you. But just know this. Tomorrow, I think we may be able to drop some news. If not tomorrow, sometime this week, we're going to be dropping a haymaker on the nation. Graphk, which undrafted free agent players have impressed you and which ones have been a disappointment? I like that, my brother Gabe. Shout out to my dog, Gabe. Yeah, Stu, I'm about to shoot this motherfucker with a BB gun if it don't get the fuck out of my garage. Yeah, matter of fact, let me take that back. I don't want Peter and all them, on my ass. I'll say this. Darren Butler's been cool. Yesterday, yes, he had, I believe, another 5 tackles. But his play was still kind of up in the air to me. But, as a UDFA, he's been looking really good. Luke Masterson, Gabe, he's been looking really good. Really good. Like, I'm a fan of this guy. Look, if he snuck on this roster, I would not be mad about that. I definitely wouldn't. Yeah, this dog is that shit's crazy. He said, bro, really picked up the dog. But Luke Masterson, I like what Darren Butler's looking like. I still think he can get better at the linebacker position. Disappointments is it Palomau? I don't know how to say his name, but I was hoping that he would come out and look dominant at safety, right? He hasn't. Where's Justin Hall, you guys? Where's Justin Hall? The guy out of Ball State. Where is he at this point? Disappointing. You heard great things about him at camp, and the next thing you know, you just don't see him, right? You better not eat any of my Raiders shit, or I'm literally going to throw you into the wolves in my backyard. But who else? I guess Myron looked okay. I mean, that one stunt that he ran yesterday that opened up that Deshaun Bowers sack was cool. But I'll say this, not really any players have jumped off the tape for me, Gabe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Luke Masterson has probably been the best to this point for me, maybe. Yeah. And then follow up with Darren Butler and so on and so forth. Bryce Cosby has looked really good, and he looked good in the Hall of Fame game, but he got a little yesterday too. The whole secondary as a whole yesterday was low key. You know what I mean? But Cosby's cool. Cosby's look cool. I'm not really excited about really too many of these guys. Shout out to King 5. Yeah, man. My dog, 510, bro. Leatherwood in the 4th. That's bad. That's bad. A second-year first-round pick out there playing in the 4th quarter. It's not a good look. Thayer, high-stakes Mumford. Talk that shit, Maul. Talk that shit. Let me see. Bots always with the negativity in the chat. I'm here for it. Yeah, K-Town. I agree. What's good, bro? Team looked yesterday. Austin Walter, though. Facts. A bright spot. Shout out to my dog, Gabe, man. Appreciate you for pulling up on us yesterday, too, my brother. If you were DB in the 40s, you in trouble. Talk that shit, Gabe. Let me see. Besides Amir, I think Zamir's not a UDFA. I think out of UDFAs have looked better than the draft picks. Graham, that's I can't agree with you on that. I think Mumford has outplayed the UDFAs. I think that Dylan Parham has definitely outplayed the UDFAs. Zamir has looked good, and then Britton Brown looked good yesterday. He ran the ball hard, you guys. Outside of that one fumble, thank God we fell on it. You know, I think Tyron Wheatley Jr. fell on that fumble recovery, right? But I can't agree with you on that. I can't. Cotton yesterday was It wasn't Hall of Fame game worthy. I'll tell you that. It wasn't that good. I'll tell you that, Chaos. But he was cool. I still think he's going to be great on the right side. Yeah, hey, that's a name that everybody keeps saying. Circle of Life is Austin Walter. It's just that is one of the deepest positions on this team, you guys. It's going to be very, very tough for this guy to make this roster. Like, he has to have that same type of game that he did in the Hall of Fame game and yesterday moving forward. Like, I just don't see how he makes this team with how deep we are at the running back position. Hank, I don't even think that that's a hot take, my brother. Last year, statistically, he was already a top 5 corner, right? Statistically, I think it's damn near in every statistic. So I don't even think that's a hot take, my brother. I think you're right. I think you're right. Did Mumford outplay Leatherwood? I believe he still has to see against Miami. I mean, yesterday, look, Mumford outplayed him for sure. But I still got to go back and watch the tape, man. Look, when we do these 4-hour, 5-hour live streams watching the games, we just have fun, you guys, right? Like, this is something that we do as a nation, as a family. We come together, we watch the game together. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get a chance to really break down tape until the next day. So today, when I get some time freed up, I'm definitely going to go back and watch the game and really see. But like watching in live and living color, it looked like Mumford definitely outplayed Leatherwood. And I'll say this, Leatherwood didn't come into the fourth quarter. So at this point, yeah, I mean, shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Parham hikes the ball too slow. To be honest, what was that? Who was that? Was that Stidham or Mullins on that? I think it has something to do with the QB on that snap too, though, brother. And to be honest with you, I don't want to see Parham at center. I want to see him at guard. I mean, it's great to see that he's getting some reps at center, but I want to see Dylan Parham at guard. I think that this, like later on down the line, Dylan Parham could be an all-pro at the guard position. Like, this is like Parham. If John Simpson doesn't take it to the next level this season at left guard, that job is gone. That's Dylan Parham's. Like we drafted Dylan Parham on some like John Simpson. You don't want to get your shit together? Boom. That position is over with. I think that's Dylan Parham's for the future. I could be wrong, but I think that Dylan Parham is going to be an all-pro guy at some point in his career at the guard position. Oh, it was Hronis. Okay, yeah, okay. But there was another play. Sean, I thought there was another play that involved Parham at center. I could be wrong. There's so much goddamn football yesterday. This dog just came in here and laid down. Derek Carr is going to be running for his life again this year. Danae, look, man, this team is going to look totally different with all the starters out there, man. It's going to look definitely different. Yeah, it was Graphk. Okay, it was Graphk. Hey, Greg, I'm here for it. I am here for it. That shit warms my heart. I seen that. That warms my heart. Forever Oakland. That warms my heart. Have a great Monday, Docs, as well, my Raider brothers, man. Shout out to my brother, Stu. Hey, I'm going to call you in a little bit, brother. Later on tonight, we are doing we're talking about our brother Paul hit us up today, you guys, and said he wants to do another winning circle. And we want to break down this top 100 players list. Would you guys think that'd be a great show to do? Me, Wasted, and Paul breaking down the top 100 players list. Stu, if you want to jump on, brother, you're more than welcome to jump on the winning circle with us, man. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get this podcast rolling. This will be episode 3. So definitely want to do that today. I definitely want to break that down. But yeah. Winning Circle was a dope podcast. I appreciate you, Chaos. That means a lot, my brother. Parham missed a block on a stunt and gave up a pressure or a sack. Don't remember exactly. I think it was a pressure, right? But at the end of the day, I'll say this. He's a rookie. He's going to make mistakes. He's not going to go out there and be an all-pro guy, at the next level just like that. It's going to take some time. You know what I mean? Like, I expect Dylan Parham to miss some blocks and give up some, some pressures or some sacks here and there. At the end of the day, it's all going to get him better in the long run. Let me see. I got to go get that new Madden too. EJ, I appreciate you, my brother. Let me see. Please do it. I'll have something to listen to at work tonight. Let's do it. Hey, Birdman, we're not even going to do that. We're the beat writers now. If I'm gonna get any beat writers on here, it's gonna be my own people. It's gonna be Cane Town. It's gonna be Big Mike. It's gonna be Scout. Planet Raiders, man. Planet Raiders, Birdman. We creating our own beat writers. We're creating our own. Stay tuned. Missing assignments is no big deal with Parham. That's all teachable. As long as this technique looks good, which it does, the mental side will come. This is facts, Sean. Facts. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Come on. The disrespect. The disrespect. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. That definitely helps the channel, you guys. I don't think y'all realize that helps the algorithm. You know what I mean? When you type in Raiders on YouTube, that helps us be one of the first videos that pops up. So definitely wipe them feet, you guys. Hit them thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed yet. Talk that Planet Raiders shit, Docs. We got a meeting tonight, too, at 8 o'clock. Stay tuned for that. Docs, do you think we're going to see any starters in the game? I think it's going to be the same thing moving forward. I think it's going to be the same thing. Some of these guys on the offensive line are going to start, and they'll be starters, you know what I'm saying, come week one. But I don't think you're really going to see – maybe you see Merrick out there again. I think he was out there for a few snaps. I think Abram was out there again. It's going to be the same. I think it's going to be the same thing, you guys, moving forward. Ryan, I'm going to be honest, brother. I think it's going to be pretty much what you see yesterday, pretty much what you're going to see moving forward. Like, for real. I don't, you know, at this point, I think this regime knows what they have with all these starters and all these stars. There really ain't no reason to throw them out there to the Wolves like that. They'll be ready week one. These guys are professionals. JC, I definitely think that Parham can overtake Simpson. Facts. Facts. I think that Parham's technique is already better. His skill set is already better than John Simpson. The thing that John Simpson has is the strength, right? You can't teach that. Like, he has the strength. But at the end of the day, I think that Parham is the better player. I do. I think John Simpson will start this season, but I think that Dylan Parham is going to have a better career. Hank, yes, Bam did play. He did come in, I believe, in the fourth quarter, right? Sean, if I had to go off of yesterday, and the players that we didn't see Justin Hall, right? I'm assuming, you know, maybe Justin Hall doesn't make this roster. Maybe he's a cut. The way Chris Jones looked, Chris Jones might be dog walked, you know, out of the building. You know what I'm saying? Grassel or whatever his name is on the O-line. I know we're already thin on the O-line, but he ain't really, you know, maybe Jordan Meredith. I don't know. You know, maybe one of those guys, Jordan Meredith or Grassel, maybe one of those guys don't make it. I would say, JC, I would say Bars, but Bars is very versatile. I think he'll make the roster. Who else? Bolton, the linebacker, right? Didn't really do anything in his little bit of action that he's seen. Like, I think this is going to be an easy cut. Like, to be honest, I don't think there's going to be any surprise cut with these first five guys. And for those who don't know, these guys will be out of here by tomorrow, right? So I'm not going to be not too worried about it. But yeah. All right, y'all. Let me go pick up my sons from school. Wanted to come on here, shoot the shit with you guys for a little bit. I'm going to get this dog the fuck out my garage. But I love you, Nation. We'll be back tonight with the Winning Circle, episode 3. We're going to break down this top 100 players, and that's what we are with it, man. Once again, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for always supporting what I do. Without you guys, there is no me. With that being said, I'm outro, man. 1.